निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। धन धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चे पातशाह महाराज, धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब, धन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी। भूल छिमो हमरी प्रभापन पूलनहार कहाँ को मूस। हवाए बंदगी अवुर दार वजूद मरा, वगरना ज़ौके चुनी आमदैन नमूद मरा। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Baani of the JAPJI for the last few weeks. JAPJI is the first Baani of the Guru Granth, the first Baani which Guru Nanak Sahib Maharaj has put before us. The Jap word means to meditate on Shabad. Is there a problem in my hearing? Oh. Waheguru ji. Can you hear me now? Checking audio. Can you hear me now? Waheguru. Can you hear now? Yes. Waheguru? Yes. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। धन धन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज, धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चे। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श, खुदावंद बख्शंदे यूं है शर्श। कमाले करामात कायम करीम, रजा बख्श राज़क रिहा को रहीम। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Baani of the JAPJI. JAPJI is the first Baani of the Guru Granth. It is the foundation stone of the entire Guru Granth. It puts before us some essential questions of life. Understanding life through the JAPJI is knowing ourselves, our man, our mind, and exploring the world for what it is. Jap words means to meditate on Shabad. And in the beginning of the JAPJI, Maharaj puts forth the question, Kiv sachiara hoiye kiv kude tutte baal. How do I become truth? How do I go beyond the wall of falsehood which I have created for myself? This is an intense question. To understand this, we need to step back a little. What is truth? What is the definition of truth? An understanding of that is essential for us to know what this question means. Give satyara hoiye. Truth is defined in the day-to-day context, comes with falsehood. Truth is defined by what is not false. But when Guru Sahib talks about Sat, he talks about the absolute reality, the foundation stone of creation, that which never changes, ever present, and in one continuum. The Omkar represents that. Now there are two dimensions of our life. One is the dimension which we live, the physical dimension of life. And that is the Creator, and the Creator's energy divided into two or many. So in this way, there is a duality existent in this plane, and that is essential for this life to exist. So the Creator's energy, when divided, is not absolute. It is playing between one and the other. Ego is one way in which life finds its expression. What is the ego? It is the conditioned world which we know. The defined world, everything about ourselves is our ego. My name, where I live, what I do, my body, my form, my shame, my thoughts, everything about me is coming from the ego. And this ego is essential for the life to exist. So Guru Sahib says that this aspect of ourselves is not permanent reality. It's not an absolute reality. And he says to understand the relationship between the ego and the Creator is to understand creation. Home buje, taan dar suje. And one of the questions in the Siddh Gosht, when Maharaj is asked that how does creation come about? Kit kit bid jag upje purkha, kit kit dukh binas jai. How does the creation come about, and where does my pain and sorrow go away? Maharaj says, home vich jag upje purkha. Because of the creation of the ego, the life is formed, it moves. Naam bisariye dukh pai. And having forgotten name, Naam, the Creator's name, Sat Naam, the road to the Creator, the memory of the Creator, that is how our sorrow goes away. When the third Nanak talks about birth of a human being, he specifically describes this aspect of the ego. And he says, live chudki lagi trishna. When I break my connection to the eternal energy, live, chudki, then I go into desire world, Trishna. Trishna has a direct relationship with ego. The more I desire, the stronger my ego. The less I desire, the weaker my ego. Live chudki lagi Trishna, Maya amar vartaya. This is the world of Maya. Maya is that which is not real, which is like a mirage. Like we see a mirage in the desert. We see an ocean of water which is not there. Such is the mirage of life. And apart from the physical aspects of Maya, the more intense question of life is, where is my happiness? That is the aspect of Maya where we all get more intensely deceived. We're all looking for happiness and permanent happiness. And it doesn't exist in the plane where we are searching for it. It is not existent in the ego world. The ego world is a transient, transformative, temporary existence, but it can find a route to permanent existence. This is the question Guru Maharaj puts in the beginning of the JAPJI. Kiv satyara hoiye. How do I go beyond my ego world? Kiv kude tutte pal. How does the wall of falsehood break? This is the key question. And the wall of falsehood is my ego. And he introduces us to a new word which we don't really hear in spiritual context. Hukam. Hukam razai chalna. Hukam directly translated means order. Like the order in a government, the laws of a government. That's one aspect of hukam. All the laws of creation. Death will be followed by birth. That's a law. And he says, hukam razai chalna. In the harmony of the hukam, NANAK likhya naal, carrying my own baggage, I can transcend this world. Hukam razai chalna. If you really look at it, the entire Guru Granth Sahib is explaining this hukam. It's explaining how I can transcend the ego world. And he gives us meditation techniques. And the foundation of this hukam, the foundation of the Guru Granth, the foundation of the world beyond the ego world, has a direct relationship to Shabad. Whenever Guru Maharaj talks about hukam, he means the Shabad also. In some ways, when we translate Shabad, it will be word. But it's more intense than that. All creation is Shabad. When Guru Nanak Maharaj is asked about who is your Guru, and he says, Shabad is my Guru. When he talks about where does the Shabad come from, he says from the Creator. So it is not from the ego mind. जैसी में आवे खसम की वाणी, तैसरा करीरा ज्ञान में लालो. This is the hukam world, where the ego doesn't exist. And I don't know this paradigm. We all are devoid of it. So the darshan, the perception, the feeling, the associations, the visions are all different because these are two different worlds. Guru exists in the hukam world. He lives and perceives that. We live in the physical. So what is Guru trying to do when he gives us a Shabad? Is to try and explain the vision of the Creator through the physical which we see. So in this way, it's a little cryptic. But if we are patient, and if we can steady ourselves, then we can transcend. Shabad is like a ladder. Helps us ascend from one floor of life to the other. From one experience which is physical, temporary, to spiritual and permanent. To happiness which is conditional, transient, fragile. To Anand, which can be lived and experienced unconditionally. Whenever a sadhu, guru, brahmgyani talks about the reality, the meaningful aspects of reality, he or she means that which is forever. The Guru doesn't deal as a focus in things which are changing. He deals in them in the sense that he lives through them, but he doesn't value them as much as he values that which is permanent. Because the root system of the Guru's man is not in the ego mind. It is in the permanent mind, the universal mind. And that mind doesn't change. And there is a specific nature to that mind. It transcends death. It can be found from the physical experience of the body, but it transcends the body. This is how life can become an infinitely changing experience. How the pain and sorrow of today's world can help me transcend it to another world where there is no pain and sorrow, where there is no death, where my existence is absolute. Is that cryptic? Is that imaginary? Or is it real? We need to figure that out if we live through it, if we know it. Guru says that we are all looking for happiness, which is unconditional, which transcends death and which is permanent. Maharaj calls it Amrit. Sur nar munjan Amrit khoj de. And he says there is only one place this Amrit is found. Amrit gurte paya. It can be found with the Guru. There's a reason for that. Our pain, sorrow, wandering, desires are all existent in the ego world, in the ego mind, in the conditioned mind. And that's the only life we know. We don't know life beyond this conditioned mind. And so there is no way we can transcend it ourselves. I have 2 feet. I can stand on one and still be standing. But I can't remove both the feet and still stand. Ego is all I have, all I know, all I've put my energy into. And the ego is what I need to transcend. For that, a Guru is a must. In the physical sense, Trikuti is one place above the third eye. He says, Kyo Gurbin Trikuti Chutsi. How will you transcend the Trikuti? Trikuti is where, if we are in deep meditation, all the 3 qualities of life, the guns, Sato, Rajo, Tamo Gun, or good, bad, ugly, all our feelings and thoughts, can correlate and find their place and become stable. I become thoughtless there. But I can't go beyond that without the Guru. That's what he's saying. This is the fundamental way in which Gurmat is being approached. The way of Guru Nanak's house is the Shabad Guru, not the physical Guru. And the Shabad helps us transcend the ego. Does it mean we don't live the ego world at all? In an extreme way it can, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. What Guru says is that as long as we've understood the nature of our man and transcended the ego mind to find a new space within ourselves, then we can live both these worlds without one harming the other. Maharaj says, Jaise jal mein kamal niralam. Like in water there is lotus. Murgai ne sane. A bird, a duck is in water. Just like that, they don't drown in water. They can go into water and come out of it and be unaffected. Just like that. Surt Shabad Pav Sagar Tariye. The play of the Surt, the one mind, and the Shabad helps me transcend the changing parts of life into the other world, which is the permanent world, which is the real, forever world. Why I say real is because that is an unchanging aspect of creation. And it is the foundation of this life. Like a wheel is moving, but its center is on an unmoving platform. Just like that, the change of life happens in the center of unmoving part of creation. And that is true for our mind also. So he asks this question, हमें किथों उपजे कित संजय में जाए. हमें एहो हुक्म है पहिए किरत फिराए. हमें दीर्घ रोग है दारू भी इसमाए. कृपा करे जे अपनी तो गुर का शब्द कमाए. How does the home come about? The ego comes about by order of the Creator. That is how life exists. Home eho hukum hai. And that is how life is moving, is happening. Pahiye kirt piraye. Home dirgh rog hai, and it is a disease for us because we don't know how to go beyond the ego. But the answers lie with the ego itself. Daru bhi isma hai. And the foundation stone of our problem and its solution lies in Gur Prasad. Kirpa kare je apni. The door to Creator's inner existence is not held by anyone else but by the Creator himself, or by the Guru, who are one and the same in some ways. That door can be opened, but the orders are reserved by only the Creator and the Guru's hands. Kirpa kare je apni, ta gur ka shabad kamaye. So in one ways we are back to JAPJI, in which he says, Jap man satnam, sada satnam. Meditate on the Shabad. And then he says that this is the way to transcend the world. Jan Nanak ko gur ahmad dini, japar pavjal tarna. Guru has given this one way to us all. Ahmad dini, japar pavjal tarna. By meditating on the Shabad, we go beyond the changing world. Welcome to JAPJI. Let's now come to the 27th Pauri, which we are to go through today. Pauri meaning step. Every step is one step closer to Sachkhand. This is a very long Pauri, the longest in the JAPJI. And the Guru asks a very intense question, where is God? Where does he live? Where does he control life from? We are all trying to ask these questions. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Maharaj talks about it also. Kahere ban khojan jai, sarab nivasi sada lepa, tohe sang samai. Why are you wandering to search the God? He is ever present everywhere and lives with you. Sufis call it the 11th direction, the world beyond change. Maulana Rumi says, beyond good and bad, there is a garden. Meet me there. The world of oneness is one. It crosses the barriers of religion, structure, society, sex, form, shape, everything. But there are so many deceptions, so many ways we get lost and get misguided. Let's meditate on the 27th Pauri, a darshan of Guru Nanak Maharaj. We read the Pauri and then we will go back to what Maharaj is saying. The AC sound is coming on the...
Waheguru ji, so dar keha, so kar keha, so dar keha, so kar keha, jit beh sarv samale. वाजे नाद अनेक असंखा, केते बावण हारे, केते राग परिस्यो कहियन, केते गावण हारे। गावह तुहनो पौण पाणी बैसंतर, गावै राजा धर्म द्वारे। गावह चित गुपत लिख जान है, लिख लिख धर्म विचारे। गावह ईसर ब्रह्मा देवी, सोहन सदा सवारे। गावह इंद इंदासन, बैठे देवत्या दर नाले। गावह सिद्ध समाधि अंदर, गावन साध विचारे। गावन जति सती संतोखी, गावह वीर करारे। गावन पंडित पढ़न रखी सुर, जुग जुग वेदा नाले। गावे मोहनिया मनमोहन, सुरगा मच प्याले। गावन रतन उपाय तेरे, 68 तीरथ नाले। गावे जोध महाबल सूरा, गावे खानी चारे। गावे खंड मंडल वर भंडा, कर कर रखे तारे। सही तुदनो गावे है, जो तुद पावन, रते तेरे भगत रसाले। होर केते गावण, से मैं चित नावण, नानक क्या विचारे। सोई सोई सदा सच, साहिब साचा साची नाई। है भी होसी, जाए ना जासी, रचना जिन रचाई। रंगी रंगी भांति, कर कर जिनसी माया जिन उपाई। कर कर वेखै कीता अपना, जिव तिस दी वड्याई। जो तिस भावै सोई करसी, हुक्म ना करना जाई। सो पातशाहो साहा पात साहिब, नानक रहन रजाई। वाहिगुरु जी। गुरु जी दोबारा पढ़ना?
हाँ नहीं ठीक है, लंबी पौड़ी है।
हाँ जी,
धन्यवाद, थैंक यू। सो पातशाह साहब पात साहिब, नानक रहन रजाई। Maharaj gives a question in the beginning of this pauri. So dar keha, so kar keha, jit beh sarv samale. If the Creator is looking after everyone, everything, where is his door? Where is his house? The dar, where he is looking after everything from. This Sodar comes 3 times in the Guru Granth. And this is the way of trying to understand creation. Then Maharaj goes into different aspects of creation which we see. A rag in music is a mixture of a flow of different tones, different syllables of music, a correlation, a composition. It's a way of being in harmony. When we are in harmony, we are in love. In harmony, we find ourselves. We find our peace. We find our stability, our security. We find fearlessness. In harmony, we find the Creator. So when Maharaj talks about Gave and the different aspects of celebration of life, in my view, he's talking about the harmony in creation. He puts the question of where is God for us to ponder on. And then he's explaining all that we know of life, all that we see, all that we think of as life. When there is a celebration in our life, there will be song, dance and merry. Vaje, naad, anek asankha. Kete vavanhare. Different forms of naad, music, symbolize absolute harmony. This harmony transcends from there. Where? When music comes to the masters, it transcends. Their thought comes to them from a source unknown. At young age, they compose such difficult music, which is in harmony. So, all that we know about the harmonious music is from an unknown source, actually. Beethoven just felt the music. Maharaj says that this entire creation is like a flow of harmony, of song, of dance, of celebration. But we don't see it. That's why he's trying to explain it to us in different ways, different words, different scenes which we see. He says, Kete rag parisyo kahiyan, kete gavanhare. So many rags, methods of song. Pari, the celestial beings. Kete gavanhare, so many sing. They represent a harmony, a flow of harmony in creation. Harmony represents hukam. When I am in harmony, I am not. I am flowing. In the music, I am flowing. I have lost myself. And the music is. So I have transcended the ego world. I am in this world of music where there is hukam, Creator's order, where the flow is mathematical. If you look at Beethoven's music, it's not like the jazz which came later in music. It's mathematical. You can describe it in mathematics. Harmony which transcends song and goes into different dimensions of life. I don't know this harmony because I don't live in this life beyond my ego. And the ego is a conflicted dual world. It's in discord. That's why the jazz music came up later in life. The jazz music breaks all harmony. It has no pattern. It comes from the pain. It's called the music of the blues. When the black slaves would sit on the border of their fences of their master, because they were not allowed to sing in the land of the master, they would sit on the fence and sing the music of pain, of blues. Ventilation is an important aspect of our burden of life. We all carry this burden. And in some ways, society forces us to be false. I can feel extremely unhappy. But if I have to go to a party, I have to put up a face. This is a painful aspect of life. I don't live the reality which I am feeling, which we are all feeling. So the harmony is in discord. The harmony gets broken. If I'm in pain, if I am in sorrow, if I am in hurt, and if I live through it, there is harmony. But we avoid all that. We don't live through it. That's one of the reasons we carry a baggage. This is the baggage we carry, the incompleteness of our thoughts, of our experiences, which we've not ventilated, and which lead to this wandering within ourselves. Because we are wandering, this baggage is not easy to carry, like a burden on our head. But Guru is not talking about this world. Maharaj is talking about the harmonious world. So he's picking up these different experiences of life. Kete raag parisyo kahiyan, kete gaban hare. Gave tunnu pawan pani besantar, gave raja taram dware. Pawan, air, pani, water. Besantar, the greenery. He says this is all in harmony. That's why it exists. It's following some laws. It's adhering to certain principles. It's adhering to certain rules. It's not breaking its structure. Water is water. It's absolute. Water is not trying to be a solid, which is what we are all trying to be. We break our harmony. We in pain should live through our pain, unburden the pain. Maharaj says that this entire creation is in song and dance of harmony, of hukam, of the order of the Creator. We miss it. We don't see it. Because we see through the ego eyes. We see through what I want in life. I see a tree, I pass it by. I don't want a tree. I see a person I don't have an association with. I miss the person and go by. I look at life through what I want. So Trishna is my rule. My desire is what rules me. And that breaks the harmony. If I see a tree and I see it completely, then I will break my ego down. Just a tree, seeing a tree, not in thought, is the vision of the Creator Himself. But I'm always in thought. I'm always wandering. I'm always distracted. I'm always moving towards what I want, my desire. And I always miss the boat. A train I can never catch ends up in a huge failure. Alexander was the most successful king of his time. But admittedly, he was a failure. So life has more song to it than what we hear. more music to it than what we know, more order to it than what we think we are aware of. So our intellect fails us. Our faculties are short in trying to understand creation. But we can know it. Then Maharaj says, Gave Raja Taram Dware. The Taram word is a very deep and multifaceted word. It can mean duty. It can mean nature of a thing. It can mean the rules of law of life. So there is a song and dance in the door of the dharam. Where dharam exists is being watched over all of us. We are being governed by certain dharam, certain rules. That's one way of looking at it. Gave chit gupt likh jane, likh taram bichare. Chit gupt is a way of representing that which is represented, which is written in our man, recorded in our man. Whatever we do, whatever we think, whatever we know, whatever our actions are precipitated as a reflection in our mind immediately. So Chit Gupt. Chitar is what we can see, Gupt what we can't see. There are aspects of us all which are known to everyone and aspects of us all not known to anyone other than me. The Gupt and the Chitar. The man, where the play of life is happening. There also there is a certain order, there is a harmony, there is a hukum. Gave tudnu, gave chit gupt likh jane, likh taram bichare. And there it is written within our man, and the rules are ordered vichare. Gave chit gupt likh jane, likh taram bichare. Gave Isar Brahma Devi, sohan sada savare. And the celestial beings, the Ishwar, Brahma, Devi, those who have form, shape, so they are not beyond death, but celestial beings, the exalted, the expected, the honored, they are also singing in the hukum of the Creator, in harmony of the Creator's hukum they exist. So all these different experiences of life, living the Creator. Gave ind indasan baithe, devteyan darnale. Who is the devta? The person who is beyond the ego, transcended the ego, is the devta. Narte sur hoy jaat nimuk mein, Satgur Buddh siklai. From a human to a devta, with a flash of an eyelid, the Guru can take us to that realm. Then manas te devte kiye, kartana lagi var. Jin manas te devte kiye, from a human to a devta. This is the Guru's prasad, blessing. When we go to the Darbar Sahib, we are all happy eating the sweet prasad. Guru's prasad is about the eternal keys of life, transcending change and finding permanence, going beyond pain, sorrow, death, all that life gives us as an experience we don't like. Gave Isar Brahma Devi, sohan sada savare. Gave ind indasan baithe, devteyan darnale. Ind, the god Indra, and indasan, the creators, higher beings of creation. Ind indasan baithe. They are also in harmony with the Creator. One energy governs us all, and we are all in harmony of that, except for our man everything else is in harmony. And now that our man has affected the environment, we are seeing that it's gone into a spiral. And we have things which we don't like, the tornadoes, the destruction, the tsunamis, everything. Happening from the pollution which we did to this world. Maharaj says, Gave Isar Varma Devi, Sohun Sada Savare, beautiful forever. Forever, because the Creator is their foundation. Gave Ind Indasan Baithe Devteyan Darnale. Gave Siddh Samadhi Andar. Siddh is the one who has stabilized the mind. Siddh, Sadhalya. One who has gone beyond the changing mind, gone beyond thought mind. No mind, unman. Gave Siddh Samadhi Andar. And they are in Samadhi. Samadhi is the most stable form of our man, where it is thoughtless and its energies are correlated in one spot. The most stable shape in creation is the triangle. And a human being in Samadhi is a triangle. The pineal gland at the back of our brain, the base of our brain, is a triangle. The pyramids are a triangle. So the triangle is a very interesting shape. If you study the pyramids, you may find a psychological link between the pineal gland's positioning in the brain and the pyramids on the earth. But life is all beyond shape, form. The real life is beyond shape, form, and guns, beyond qualities. In the darkness of our inner mind, we find permanent light. In the seeking of our own pain, we find permanent happiness. In the seeking of a space beyond our pain. If there is a pain in this world, it is self-inflicted. Maharaj says, Aas andese, tehna keval, home shabad jalai. From my desire comes the andese, pain. My ask, my expectation, my desire, my wanting, my trishna, comes the andese. Tehna keval, going beyond it, these two. Going beyond the experience of life which is centered around my wanting. Don't misunderstand. I don't mean the physical wanting. If we have certain needs, we have them. That's not what it is implied here. This is the space in our mind where we live in desire world. We don't have a space where the mind is stabilized for even a minute, even a moment, and doesn't have a desire, doesn't become thoughtless. He says, if you experience that, then the Creator will stand in front of you. Tuk dam karari jo karo, hazir hazur khudai. बंदे खोज दिल हर रोज ना फिर परेशानी माहे. Search your mind and go beyond your experience of your man of ego, and you will go beyond worry. आसंदेश है तहना केवल हमें शब्द जलाए. Shabad takes us beyond the ego world. Shabad is our Guru Maharaj. Jap man Satnam. So in this way, please understand that if anybody teaches you a meditation which takes you to the outer world, somebody says there is a dot outside, focus your mind on the dot. Put your mind on your nose. Put your mind on an object. Put your mind on something physical. Then he or she is guiding you the opposite direction. Completely opposite. Your mind will become more gross. And the idea is to go into the subtle mind, where shape and form don't govern that world, where there are no definitions, where the Creator finds us bare without our desire for anything, without our hunger, just stably waiting in a stable mind. Thir ghar, the real home, where I find my inner stability. But that has no form or shape. Achal Murat Anubhav Prakash. Amitoj kahijye. So we should be very wary of anybody who teaches us these forms of meditation. And there are many who teach us this. Swambhami Mudra something it is called. This focusing on a dot outside. It'll make your mind gross. Guru Nanak talks about meditating on the Shabad. How? Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye pao. Sing the Shabad or say it and listen to it with your eyes closed. Absorb your man in the Shabad. Dukh par har sukh kar le jaye. Pain will go away, sorrow will go away, and you will find the home of happiness. Gave siddh samadhi andar. Gavan sadh vichare. And those who have transcended and found their inner sadhana, they are also in harmony of the hukam of the Creator, of the presence of the Creator. Now we know these different aspects of creation. We know the sadhus, we know people who singing, who are in rag. These are things which we know. So the Guru is trying to relate our experiences to the spiritual side of life. But actually this is very difficult, because the vision of the Guru is so different from our visions of life. Gave jati sati santokhi, gaman veer karare. Jati, those who abstain. Sati, who have found some truth. Santokhi, who have found stability, who are desireless. Gavan veer karare. And the strong are all singing the praise of the Creator in harmony with the Creator's hukam. Hukam rajai chalna. Gave pandit padan rakhi sar. Jug jug veda nale. The pandits, those who have learned, the religious authorities who recite the Veds, Gave pandit padan rakhi sar. Jug jug veda nale, with Veds, those who are reciting the scriptures of the Creator. It could mean the Quran, it could mean the Guru Granth, it could mean the Upanishads. What he is saying is that those who are reciting the scriptures are also in praise of and hukam of the Creator. Gave mohniya manmohan. Beautiful are those singers who are in physically beautiful as well. Mohniya manmohan. where the mind finds them attractive. Surga mach pyale. Surga, Swarg, much is the world which we live in, and pyale, the world which is the underworld. So all the three worlds, there are exalted beings who are singing the Creator's praises in harmony with the Creator. He is actually taking us somewhere. After posing an intense question of where does the God live, he is explaining to us the play of life that is happening around us, but we are missing seeing it. We miss seeing the harmony. We see the discord because we are in discord. We are in conflict. So we see only conflicts. Gavan ratan upaye tere, 68 tirat nale. The jewels of creation, those which we all value, are also in his hukam. The places of pilgrimage, places where people go to try and seek solace. 68 tirat, 68 pilgrimages in the Hindu context are symbolic. All these yearnings, all these wantings, all these places where we are all seeking are all in harmony with the Creator. The entire creation is in harmony with the Creator. And it has a direct relationship to the Creator. Gave Jod Mahabal Sura. The brave, the mighty warriors, Gave Khani Chare. And those who come from the four forms of birth, Andaj, Jeraj, this is the egg, the sperm, the sweat, and those who come from the earth. These are the different forms of how things take birth. They are all in his harmony. They are all singing his presence. They are all in play of his rules, of his dharam. They are all in hukam. They are all in order. Gave khand mandal varpanda kar rakhe tare. Khand, different forms. Mandal, the solar system. Varpanda, the entire creation. So he is now gone into the astronomy world. The solar system, the earths, the whole entire creation. Now all these galaxies put together, they are all in hukam of the Creator. And in this way they are singing. They are in harmony. They are in hukam, they are in love. Kar rakhe tare. And because of his order, they are established. Otherwise, they don't need to be established. They can be destroyed anytime. We breathe as long as there is the order of the Creator, the hukam. Breath can go away the moment the order goes. So entire creation in some ways is a play of life, is a play of one Creator. This is what Guru Sahib is trying to tell us. That this entire creation comes from one source. It's happening from one order, happening from one hukam. We don't perceive it like that, but that is how it is. We don't see it. In the Anand Sahib, Maharaj says that with these eyes we cannot see it. ऐ नेत्रो अंसे सतगुरु मिलिए दिव दृष्ट हुई. When we meet the Guru, we can get that vision where the man sees. And the man can only see when it is absorbed, when it is beyond the ego mind, when it gets absorbed in the Creator. Sama jana. There is only one energy in this creation. And it is playing in different planes, different facets, different expressions, but all the same energy. And Maharaj is telling us this, that this entire creation is one game, one play of that whom we are seeking, whose door we want to know where it is. So dar keha, so kar keha. Where is his house? Nothing which is happening in creation is beyond his house. Everywhere is his house, his hukum. Everywhere is the Creator himself. Everywhere is the one energy of life which supports the entire creation. We don't see it like that because we are not focused enough. We are not stable enough in our mind. He says if we are, then we can see. Bhagat Kabir says this, that you can get those kar fakar dayam laye chashme. Focus on the one Creator and the chashme, you get those eyes. Jai taha majood, that he is everywhere. From where he is nowhere to everywhere, these are the dimensions of the mind. We are in the dimension of the mind where there is no Creator in front of us. I see a camera, I see a laptop, I see a wall, I see fans, I see lights. Where's the Creator? But Bhagat Kabir says, kar fakar dayam laye chashme. Chashme, eyes. Jai taha majood. There is nowhere where he is not. And he invites us to seek this, to search for it, to want it, to know it. And what will be the source of this seeking? It will be our pain. Dukh daru, sukh rog beya, ja sukh tam na hui. If I can find the solutions to life through my pain, then happiness is not as valuable as pain. There is only one Creator in this creation, and I am missing the boat on him every day. When Maharaj talks about these experiences of harmony, of song and dance, of play happening everywhere, then he is using an expression for the Creator which we miss every day, which is Anand. Unconditional happiness, which Maharaj says, when we meet the Creator, we will find Anand within ourselves. That's the sign of meeting the Creator. Yogis call it Sukhmana Nadi. Ida Pingala Sukhmana. Maharaj says that, then he explains how do we find it. Sahi tudnu gavan jo tud pavan. Ratte tere bhagat rasale. Those who you find pleasing, you find capable of blessing, of grace. Jo tud pavan. Ratte tere bhagat rasale. They merge with you, give up their ego. Those are the ones who can see you. So tudnu gavan, they are the ones who sing your hukam, your order, your harmony. They live it. They live your love. Hor kite gavan, se मैं चितना आवन नानक किया बिचारे. He says, how can I think more and more and more? There are so many. They are infinite. Hor kete gavan. So many more are in your harmony, your order, your presence. Say, मैं चितना आवन. How can they come in my mind? Maharaj says. Nanak kya bichare. How can Nanak think of them? Infinite are they. Soi soi, sada sach. Sahib sacha, sachi nai. He is. Now Maharaj is giving us the answer to the question which he raised. Soi soi. Sada sach. Forever is he truth. Sahib sacha. The creator is truth. Sachi nai. And to praise him is the truth of life. Meditate on him. When he says Sachi nai, he means meditate on the creator. We can even either look at life through my world, I am, or thou, or he is. Bhagat Kabir says, tu karta, tu hua. Keep saying you, I have become you. Mujh mein raha na hu. There is no I left within me. This is how you transform the mind. This is how we transform and change the structure of the mind from the ego world, changing world, timeless world, world with time, space and cause, to a world beyond it, beyond change. The world which is at the foundation of creation. And where do we find it, Maharaj? है भी होसी जाए ना जासी रचना जिन रचाई. So these are the four forms of time. है भी होसी. He is, he will be, and he was even before creation. जाए ना जासी रचना जिन रचाई. So the three forms of time which we know, and the fourth when there is no creation. The creator rules all of them. है भी होसी जाए ना जासी. He was, is, will be, even when there is no time. And yet I don't know this creator. रंगी रंगी पाती कर कर जिनसी माया जिन उपाई. The various colors of life. Well, Maulana Rumi talks about the ego mind. He talks about it in color. He says the person went into the room and made so many colors from his inner mind. Colors are an expression of ego mind. We find change. We need change in this mind constantly. So we keep thinking of different colors. Rangi rangi pati. So many different colors of life. So many different forms, shapes of creation. Kar kar jinsi. And he creates them. Maya jinupai. And he has created Maya also. The ego world, the mirage world. Because if there is no mirage world, then only he is. You and me are not. कर कर विखे कीता अपना जिव तिस्ती वड्याई. Maharaj says that he watches over his creation. And this in Asadivar also he says this. आपी ने आप साजियो आपी ने रचियो नाओ दोई कुदरत साजिए कर आसन डिठो जाओ. He is an asan in this creation. He is present in this creation itself. with chow, watches, with interest. जो तिस पावे सो ही करसी, हुक्म न करना जाई. What he will want, what the Creator wants will happen. No one can order the Creator. So Paatsaha, Saha Paat Sahib, Nanak Rehna Rajai. Everything is his will, his hukam, his harmony. So when Maharaj says, Soi Soi Sada Sach, Sahib Sacha Sachi Nai, he's inviting us to go beyond the ego. To go to a world where all these experiences which are happening, we view as one harmony and hukam of the Creator. We look at the physical aspects, but we feel the eternal aspects. जो तिस पावे सोई करसी, हुक्म न करना जाई, सो पात साहा साहा पात साहिब. The master, the Shah, the king, the Paat Sahib, Nanak Rehna Rajai. The entire Maharaj says, I am. Nanak remains subject to his will, to his order. And that can happen only when my will goes away. There cannot be two. Sachkhand vase nirankar, kar kar vekhe nazar nihal. There he says that there is no difference between the hukam and my will. Jiv jiv hukam teve tivkar. As the Creator wills is what I want, is the same thing. It's not two now. Because there is only one mind. There is no ego mind left. In Hindu mythology, in Guru Granth Sahib, this is defined as the Turiya Avastha. The fourth dimension. Jagrat, Supan, Sukhopat. Jagrat is when we are awake. In dream world, the deeper than dream world, Sukhopat, where the mind is not, where we connect to our source. And the Turiya is the fourth, where I live the dimension of the Creator and become submerged in the Creator himself. My ego is gone. And in it, the conflicts, the sorrows, the incompleteness, the pain also vanishes. Bhai Nandlal asks this question in his Masnavi. He says, Gam che bashad. What is the reason for sorrow? Gaflat az yaad khuda. To be gafal, careless about the Simran of the Creator, about finding the Creator, seeking the Creator. Gaflat az yaad khuda. Udi yaad. Being careless about his memory, finding the Creator. Cheese shadi. Then what is happiness? He says, yaad be imtaha. To seek him with intensity. That is the happiness of life. This is so different from how I know of my sorrow and my pain of life. Because my perception of life is through the ego world. We all go through sorrows and pains, and we will go through them. But Guru Sahib talks about a space in our mind which is devoid of all this experience. Kya paviye sat sucha hoye. साच शब्द बिन मुक्त न कोई. Why do you wander? Meeting truth, you will become truthful. We all want to seek perfection. Perfection lies in meeting our Creator. Saach Shabad bin Mukt na koi. The door to our inner peace and joy, to our love within ourselves, to eternal love, to the Amrit of life. And where does this lie, Maharaj? Guru says lies inward. And where does it start from? Maharaj says transformation of the mind starts from Sunna. Listening to the Shabad intensely. Suniye, maniye, man kita pao. When you go into Sunna with intensity, you become Manan. The mind goes beyond the ego. It becomes harmonious with the Guru, the Creator. Manan. It becomes one with the flow of life, the river of life. Flow with the current of life. Not in conflict, not in a space where there is tension, they say, but in harmony. Where will we find it, Maharaj? Suniye maniye man ki tapa. Oh, you find the love within your mind. And he says, go within yourself. Kahire ban khojan jai. Sarab nivasi sada lepa. Tore sang samai. Wab mat jo baas bast hai mukurmae jaise chai. तैसे ही हर बस है निरंतर. The God lives with you. काटे ही खोजो पाई. Seek him within yourself. काटे ही खोजो पाई. बाहर भीतर एक को जाने. This is what Maharaj is talking about in the 27th Pauri. That all creation is only him. बाहर भीतर एक को जाने. Within me and without me, there is only one. There is no barriers, there are no walls. There is a seamless one energy existent. Hai Gur Gyan Batai. This will come through the experience of going beyond the ego. So the Guru reveals this to us. Kathi ko jo pai. The key is here. Do I go within myself? Do I seek within myself? Do I seek that mind which is stable mind, Aaron Mat? Do I seek that mind which is devoid of thoughts and immersed in Shabad? That's the key. Jan Nanak bin Apachi ne mite na Brahm ki kai. Without knowing the structure of your inner mind, you will not be going beyond Maya, beyond the deceit of life. We will not be able to know it. Maharaj is inviting us to search this, to seek this, and to find it within this lifetime. Bhagat Kabir says, Khet hi karo nibeda. Within this lifetime, free me. Beyond my death, beyond sorrow. The 27th Pauri. I've taken more time than I should. Forgive me. Apologize for my errors. Invite any questions or any guidance on improving things as we go ahead. Thank you all for your presence. The 27th Pauri of the JAPJI Sahib. Blessings of Guru Nanak Maharaj. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, Sache Paatshah. Thank you. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand. If you are on YouTube, you can write out the questions and Simran will get them here. Thank you.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा,
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
The people, atheists, those who don't believe in the existence of God, are they not the Jyotud Bhavan?
Why not? If they were not blessed by the Creator, they would not exist. There is free world. There is a sense of free mind which the Creator gives us all. And we have a right to think and do what we want in that mind. And we are also answerable for it. That's the other issue. We can become a king, we can hurt others, we can do what our ego mind tells us. But we are answerable. That's the Karam world. पुन्नी पापी आखड़ ना है, कर कर करना लिख ल जाओ. As we do, so it is written in our man. Appe beej appe hi khao. These are the seeds of the mind. Nanak hukmi aavo jao. And we keep wandering in this pain of hukam, of the Creator, in pun and pap. We have to wander in this. There's no stability. There's no end to it. लेखा का तो ना छुट्टी है, हम किन किन भूलनहार, बख्शनहारा बख्श दे नानक पार उतार. Never will it end till we find Karam सच्चा निशान. The Creator's presence is His Karam, His Gur Prasad. I think a few podis before, when we did that Vichar, there also Maharaj talks about Neech. And he says these are also part of creation. They are part of the Creator. Nanak Neech kahe Vichar. There's one question here, I think. How do we get to lose the fear of life, of loss? Fear of loss is a fear of death. All fears which we seek in life are ultimately fear of death, of separation, which is what you mean loss. So it's a part of the death which we are reflectively seeing. So all fears, all pains are indirectly connected to our feeling of an awareness of death. In Simran, in Naam, we can go beyond it. And we accept death. In this physical world where there is a meeting, a separation will also happen. Sanjog vijog doy kaar chalave. But if we are able to connect to the universal mind, then there is no separation. There will be physical separation, but we are not separated from the entire creation. And in that meeting, there is no separation, there is no loss. Opening the inner doors of the inner mind exposes us to a world where there is no loss. Bhagavad Ravdas in the Man Shabad explains this. He says there is no pain, sorrow, no tax, no loss, no fear, nothing in this world which I exist in. And he calls it, gives it a name, a city of no sorrow. Begumpura, Sair ko now. Which is what Guru Nanak Maharaj calls Sachkhand. Bhagat Kabir calls Vaikunt. In Hinduism we call Mukti. In Christianity we call salvation. It's a state of mind. I hope I am able to answer you. Who can see your... Okay. So I hope, Sandeep, that you found the answer. If you sit in meditation in Dhyan of Shabad, in Shabad, then Maharaj says you find love within yourselves. There's no fear. When we reach the 38th Pauri, this is more intensely opened out, that from fear you go to love. And use that energy of fear to light up the path of love. That's the energy which we can use to go deeper within ourselves. That's the energy system. To find Brahm Gyan, to find Unman. He says, Jat pahara tiraj sunyar, ehran mat ved hatyar, pao khala, agan taptao. This fear is the energy system, agan taptao, which will make us do tap of Shabad. And then what will happen? This fear will become love. Pandapao, a love which will carry the Amrit. Pandapao Amrit Tittal. In this Amrit will be coming then. Kadiye Shabad Sachi Taksal. Use the Shabad to transform the mind, to chisel the mind from its imperfections to perfection. Ji Maharaj. Waheguru Ji.
A few months back, someone asked me a question. He gave me, rather she gave me two choices. There are two persons. One who doesn't believe in God but does good karma. And the other one who believes in God, shows that he is really religious but doesn't do good. So she asked me, in my opinion, who is better? And I said the one who doesn't believe in God but does good karma. Is it good? Means I was right or wrong?
Karma is a trap. So there is we can say that the person who does good karma may find good in his life, but it is all a trap. It doesn't end there. As you have sown a seed and you have to then reap it. So this is a trap. The life of karma is not a solution. It's a wandering. This is the ego mind. This traps us in doing good. But the ego keeps wanting more. Satya man santok upje, dene ke vichar. You have become satiated, santok upje, dene ke, and they want to be philanthropic now. Okay, I have found so much wealth, so much stability. Now I will do charity. This is how it happens in this world. Dene ke vichar. But they don't do this giving without the ego. De mange se aisa guna. They give and they give it as a trade, wanting many times more. Sob kare sansar, and the world should praise them. So this is a trap. It's not a joyous feeling. feeling. I keep wanting. That's my problem. Because ego has to have Trishna, desire, as its partner. So I will never be at rest. Maharaj says, he who can lives the life of Amal. When Guru Sahib was asked in Baghdad this question, हिंदू वड्डा या मुसलमानों ही बाबे आखे हाजियां शुभ अमला बाजों दोवें रोई. Without the amal on naam, we will always find pain. Good or bad karma, both will end in the same pain in the long run. We need to find a solution to this transient world, temporary world, into more permanence. And that happens in Naam. Ji Maharaj.
But Viji, if the person who is doing good karmas are without ego, doing for other the good of others.
If you do without ego, then it becomes Simran. Then it is seva.
He is fighting for the justice.
No, sorry. If you do selfless good for others with love, then it becomes Simran. Seva. Then it becomes a solution to my transient world, to more permanent world.
Ji.
That is Seva Simran, where I have given up my ego, where I am not asking back in return. Save kar to hove nahi kaami. Desireless. Just doing good without desire. Save kar to hove nahi kaami. Tisko hot parapat Swami. That is the ultimate way of doing seva. जी महाराज.
Viji, there is no hand raised, so should we ask for an answer?
Yes, we can. हाँ जी.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਰਾਮਕਲੀ ਮਹਿਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਤਾਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੇਤੀ ਮਨ ਵਜੀਆਂ ਵਾਦਾਈਆਂ ਰਾਗ ਤਨ ਪਰਵਾਰ ਪਰੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਾਵਣ ਆਈਆਂ ਸਭ ਦੋਤ ਗਾਵੋ ਹਰੀ ਕੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਜਿਨੀ ਵਸਾਇਆ ਕਹੇ ਨਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਨੰਦ ਹੋਆ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ। ਏ ਮਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ, ਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਹੋ ਤੂੰ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ। ਦੁਖ ਸਭ ਵਿਸਾਰਨਾ, ਅੰਗੀਕਾਰ ਉਹ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ, ਕਾਰਜ ਸਭ ਸਵਾਰਨਾ। ਸਭਨਾ ਗਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਸੁਆਮੀ, ਸੋ ਕਿਉ ਮਨੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ। ਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ, ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ। ਸਾਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਕਿਆ ਨਾਹੀ ਘਰ ਤੇਰੇ, ਘਰ ਤਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇਹ ਪਾਵੇ। ਸਦਾ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਲਾਹ ਤੇਰੀ, ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਵਸਾਵੇ। ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ, ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਨੇਰੇ। ਕਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਕਿਆ ਨਾਹੀ ਕਰ ਤੇਰੇ। ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ, ਸਾਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ ਮੇਰਾ। ਜਿਨ ਭੁੱਖਾਂ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਈਆਂ, ਕਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਸੁਖ ਮਨ ਆਏ ਵਸਿਆ। ਜਿਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਸਭ ਪੁਜਾਈਆਂ, ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਟੋ। ਜਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਏ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ। ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ, ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ। ਵਾਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਿਤ ਘਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ, ਘਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੇ। ਕਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰ ਤਾਰਿਆ, ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਤੁਧ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ। ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ, ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ ਸੇ। ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਕੈ ਲਾਗੇ, ਕਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈ ਸੁਖੋਆ। ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਅਨਹਦ ਵਾਜੇ, ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਨੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗਿਓ। ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ, ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ। ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰੇ, ਦੁਖ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੈ। ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਪੈ ਸਰਸੇ। ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣੀ, ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ